What is up everybody, and welcome back to another Among Us video. And in this video I'm going to be telling you about a secret imposter task that you should never do in Among Us. So many of you already know that Among Us is a game full of mystery, with many strange things that can happen to you whenever you're playing the game. You play as a crewmate and casually do your task, or maybe you're a crewmate that doesn't do anything at all. But did you know that there is a hidden imposter task in Among Us that only a select few of players will ever get access to? I got to see this task with my very own eyes, and I'm here to tell you the full story on everything that happened. And before we get any further into this video, I do want to mention that 70% of you have not hit that subscribe button, which means that you're missing out on Among Us darkest secrets. So why not solve that issue by hitting the subscribe button with the bell icon turned on, and dropping a like on this video if you do enjoy. But now let's begin with today's story video. So I was just casually playing Among Us and I was really excited, but the moment I entered this lobby I had a strange feeling. Something didn't seem right. I was walking around the lobby trying to figure out what was wrong, and that is when I looked at the bottom right and I saw the player counter. It said 4 out of 10. When there was only 3 players in the lobby, I was now stuck on what to do, whether to stay in the lobby or just play it out. A player by the name of Rex now joined. I thought this would fix the issue, but the player counter now said 5 out of 10, and there was only 4 of us. I was told by one of my subscribers that ever since Among Us added this brand new update, they added an imposter task that only a select few of players will ever get access to. And this task will cause strange things to happen in the lobby, so this wasn't a good sign. A player by the name of Speed Racer then joined, and it said 5 out of 10, so it fixed the issue, but it was now the beginning of the game. I was a crewmate and I spawned inside of the kitchen, and I went off to go do my task. As I was walking through the engine room, the lights turned off, which really scared me because I didn't see anyone near me. I went over to the gap room to fix the lights, and luckily I found Rex. I ended up fixing the lights, but then Rex was gone. I left the gap room to go polish the ruby, which is one of my favorite tasks in the game. I entered the meeting room and I entered the ID code. Everything seemed to be going okay, but this lobby seemed so quiet. Something seemed off. As I was walking through showers, I noticed Green just standing there. I stared at him for a few seconds, but then he began to chase me. I left the main hall as quick as possible. I didn't want to be the first crewmate to go out. As I made my way through securities, I decided to check the cameras, but as I was looking, I didn't see a single crewmate. Everyone was gone. So I entered electrical and I found Brown. I followed Brown to the meeting room to do my task, and as I was leaving the meeting room, crash course was called. As I was trying to fix the sabotage, I noticed that the code had 5 zeros, which I have never seen before. We ended up fixing the sabotage, and luckily everyone was okay. But now I had one more task to do, which was to develop the photos inside of the main hall. I entered the room and it was very dark. This was also the same location that I saw Xander. Maybe he was doing this task. I then opened up the task, and I saw some familiar faces. I could see 3 imposters, which were Red, Murray, and Ivan. Is this the imposter task that everybody was talking about? This can't be. I then closed the task and I reopened it, but they were still there. A body was then reported, so I wonder if the task took out the crewmate. I was now getting really scared, so I typed in the chat, where was the body? Rex recommended that we should skip, which I did, but then Brown said that they saw Green take out Black. We ended up skipping, but the imposter's on the loose, and I need to do the last task. I had the option to spawn in the main hall, which I did, but I was afraid to do this task because I didn't know what would happen. It's not like I had a choice. I either do it or we lose the game. I entered the dark room once again, but I could no longer see the imposters, so I thought I was safe, and I began to develop the photos. As I was waiting for the photos to be developed, I was walking around the main hall looking for Green, but then the lights turned off. So I returned back to the room, but the room was so dark that I could only see my legs, which really scared me. I then opened up the task and I could see a Green crewmate. Where did the imposters go? The imposter that we had to eject was Green. This can't be a coincidence. But the moment that I dragged out the photos, I saw the imposters once again, and we ended up winning the game. But at what cost? There had to be a reason why I saw these imposters. They didn't just appear for no reason. I need to find the answer. I returned back to the dropship with the rest of the players that were in the game. Brown was complaining in the chat because we all skipped, but in Among Us you can't trust anyone. A few more players joined and it was now the next game. It's time for me to find the answer on that imposter task. I decided to spawn in the brig, but I no longer had the task. As I left the brig and made my way over to the pit, the lights turned off. So I went to go fix the lights and I did a quick wire. I was alone on the left side of the map, and the doors randomly closed while I was in armory. The doors in the hallway were open, but I didn't see anyone. I then heard a noise coming from the pit, and I was getting really scared. But when I entered, I saw black. Phew, luckily that wasn't an imposter. Things might have not ended my way. I quickly completed my task and I left as soon as possible. As I was making my way over to engine, I saw purple, and they were just standing there. My game then began to lag, and as I was trying to make my way over to the crash course, purple took me out, and I was stuck on the Among Us animation. I was then disconnected from the lobby for no reason. Was this all because of the task that I did last game? This can't be. This is the first time that my game has ever lagged the way it did in that game. This all doesn't make any sense. What is wrong with my Among Us? My screen then began to glitch, and my screen went completely black, and I couldn't see anything. I then appeared in a dark room. What? Where am I? I walked out of the room and I realized that I was inside of the main hall, and the lights to the airship map were turned off. I was really confused on why I was back in the map after I was disconnected. So I made my way over to the kitchen and into the viewing deck to turn on the lights. As I was trying to fix them, my screen was glitching and I couldn't turn on any of the switches. So I closed the lights, and that is when I heard the sounds of a creature. A big black creature then appeared on my screen, and I was really scared. I decided to run. I can't let this monster get me. I made my way through the main hall and into the security room. I ran towards electrical. I need to get over to cargo bay. There's another light switch in there. I tried to fix the lights, but I was experiencing the same glitch. Why can't I do anything? I closed the light switch and I heard the noise of another creature. Oh no, did he follow me? But then a monster with the longest neck ever appeared on my screen, and I made a run for it. There's another light switch that can be found in the gap room. That is my last hope. I made my way through the lounge, then through records, and I finally made it inside. I went down the ladder, and I tried to fix the lights again, but I was experiencing the same glitch that happened on the two other locations. I then heard the noises of a creature approaching me. I think he found me. So I closed the lights, and I saw a creature with a large mouth. I couldn't move my player, but then the creature disappeared. My only hope now is to hopefully call a meeting. Maybe it lets me. I left the gap room and I made my way over to the meeting room. It's gonna be a long walk since it's on the other side. I climbed up the ladder and I finally made it inside. I then tried to call a meeting, but wasn't letting me because the lights to the ship were still off. Maybe I need to return back to that room and look for a clue. I walked inside of the room and I clicked on the task, but then I saw a familiar face. Killer has returned. If you would like to find out what is about to happen next, let's see if we can get this video to 30,000 likes. I do also want to give a massive shout out to Kitty King for helping me produce this video. If you would like to help out a smaller creator, make sure to go check out his channel and subscribe to him. And if you're new to the channel and want to see more Among Us story videos, make sure that you hit that subscribe button with the bell icon turned on. And check out these other Among Us story videos that I found on my channel.